as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't gonna let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Freakin Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal. The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. To redefine himself in his craft, Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014. Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight.
Managing to evade a precarious position there.
This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent despairing. What's he doing here, Corey?
The colossal clutch.
He's in excruciating pain. Slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hole.
What an accent.
And Seth, so often the aggressor, so often the more experienced man in the ring, simply cannot match CM Punk.
Perched up top. Whoa, look out.
However much you think that hurt, I promise you, it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy.
Seth dodges that attack.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole a bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. If Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off, it could give him the mental advantage tonight. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth Freakin Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a count-out. Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
Drops his opponent with a massive line.
This crowd absolutely getting their money's worth tonight. Russian leg sweep.
Ooh, shot kick.
Oh, the WWE Universe getting an impromptu meet and greet. How's that for great ticket value?
Headed out of the ring now.
Hey, WWE Universe, be prepared for some guests. CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that tonight he's completely healed. But Wade, you're an athlete. Never divulge the extent of your injuries, right?
Oh, I absolutely would. For sympathy.
Real classy, Wade.
Stalking from above.
From the top.
Oh, nobody home for that one.
These two are finding an answer for everything.
Making his way to the top here.
From above.
Launching.
Nobody home on that one.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate. Boom, brought down
wrestling blade. Takedown. Looking for the crossface. Gets cinched in. This could be... Looking to free the arm and does just that. Quick rotation on the suplex. Climbing up to the top. Looking to go high risk.
From above.
Here we go. Whoa, cross body. Big kick. CM Punk headed to the top rope. From the top. Completely missed the mark there. Spin kick to the midsection. Kick finds the mark.
Quickly rolling out of the ring to the ringside area.
On the top.
Oh, he misses the mark.
Big impact off the neck breaker. Boom! Oh, he timed that counter well. Hooked up, and boom! He's going up.
Wants to finish this.
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg.
You hear them saying, I hit your move. They sing my song. All of this.
And now just mocking and having his way with Punk. Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute! Oh my goodness! Cover! Isn't it up and a kick out?
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp. I'm coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS. Looking to deliver one of his own. Oh, and he connected. And Punk kicks out. I don't know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight...
Opponent doubled over. This doesn't look good. Stomp! Is it enough to overcome Punk?
Cover! Oh, kick out. Oh, my God.
We have just witnessed next level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
Rollins is starting to lose his temper. He needs to put that aside and refocus.
Once again, attacking the skull and doing some pretty decent damage in the process.
Oh, look at this. Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and textbook.
Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here.
Opponent lifted up, jaw, meet knee, go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs? CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep. That could end Rollins right now.
Cover. 2. Oh, and he just kicked out.
As long as his heart is still beating and there's still breath in his lungs, Seth Rollins will always keep fighting, even if it kills him.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
What's it gonna take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep. Wait for the encore. That has to be the end of this.
Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner,
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between 2 men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the 3 of us would meet in the main event on the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth Freakin Rollins, the visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth Freakin
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth Freakin Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth Freakin Rollins. You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against 2 of the best this industry has ever seen.
15th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing 1,365 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry, marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania, but this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Coming to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked out of the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows, and to make things better.
Double leg takedown and trying for a quick pin here.
Pin attempt broken up.
Quick thinking right there.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Thunderous club comes down, very effective.
Strong counter from Punk. Compromise spot for Reigns. Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. There's a certain amount of anger you have to have towards your opponent to pile drive them like that. Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns. Seth turns that away.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared up for 10 years.
Gotta respect the strategy to work over the arm.
On the outside, springboard swanton bomb.
Followed up with the pin attempt.
Reigns has him. To the back of the neck, what a blow. Good night. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived in the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Caught in a bad spot. Punishing power slam.
Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at this here, guys. Look at this. Power bomb.
Let's see if Punk can find an answer after taking that.
Oh, boom.
Being carried around now.
Short knee to the body. Rollins unleashes athleticism there.
Boom. Good defense from him. Got him where he wants him.
Up
stick here.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation. It's flying. Crossbody from the top. That gets reversed on CM Punk. He's heading back to the ring.
Taking him to the corner now.
Roman Reigns, look at this. Just clothesline after clothesline. This is ugly. Lights out. DDT connects. Oof. Running knee in the corner. Neck breaker. Oh, what an axe handle.
This is the main event of WrestleMania, and if anyone can dig deeper than most, it is Seth Freakin Rollins.
Into a dragon scream changer. Bam. God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh. Overwhelming offense down from Punk. Rollins has no answer for Punk.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi.
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Targeting the opponent.
Spear! That could be Punk's demise.
You've got to be kidding me.
How do you even do that? Kicking out at one after a move like that?
Reigns now realizing that he's facing an even tougher level of opponent than usual. Throwing down the proverbial gauntlet. Where is this going to go next?
Completely tossing all caution to the wind.
Going for broke, and it picked.
Oh, we know what's coming.
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. And he gets sent back into the ring.
Crashing into the barricade with such force.
Up and bang! Meeting the steel. You heard the thud on the steps. I guarantee that was the sound of bones shattering.
He wiggles out of the danger zone there.
Here he comes. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang! Spear! Stop! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking? And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The vision.
Rollins has the target acquired. Here it comes. The stop.
Did Rollins get enough of it?
Two. He stays alive. He stays alive. The head of the table almost went to the back of the line on that one. Roman better get it together. How often do you see Seth Rollins come up that short, that close? He's got to be. From the ropes.
Oh, he lands hard.
Loving blow.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry. Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
Boom! Focused on weakening that arm. A show of...
Look out! Suicide dive!
A huge risk, but an even bigger reward.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming. The God of Sleep, GTX from Punk.
That's going to keep Rollins down.
2.
What in the world? Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down.
From the middle rope. And this one might be headed ringside. Counter right when it was needed. Gets lifted into position.
Right across the larynx.
Springboard misses the target.
Oh, the chair projected right to their face. Striking with a knee.
Reigns is trying to pick his opponent apart physically and mentally.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Wow!
Oh! What a reversal by Reigns. What's he in for? Spiked with a Uranagi. Heading back into the ring now. Check out the springboard. Whoa, just floating through the air.
Oh, damaging the arm.
Rollins known to be irritating. We're seeing no different now. Neckbreaker after the float over. No.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Nails the GTS.
It's all Punk's for the taking. Cover. We have the cover.
Check out the springboard. Caught with a clothesline. And Punk now looking for the pinfall. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner,
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.